by your friends here at ASI. My name is actually Joan Miracle. I am the executive contact for University Interlink, and I'm joined with your account manager.
Hi, my name is Jillian DeBella, and I am the account manager and daily contact for University Interlink members.
So today we're going to cover an overview of the promotional products industry. Some of you are probably already selling into it. Some of you might be considering adding this to your existing business offering. Some of you might dabble in it a little bit. But we'll give you a good overview of the industry itself, why many of the University Interlink members are selling promotional products, why it's a good business option for them. We'll talk about some of the top markets who buy promotional products and some of the top products, and then how ASI specifically is helping University Interlink members get into the industry and be successful and run profitable promotional products business within the industry, and then how University Interlink can help you as well. If you have any questions, please, ask through the dialog box of the GoToWebinar. We'll do our best to address them during the webinar, and if there are any that we don't get to, we'll definitely reach out to you after the webinar. We are recording it, so if you want to refer back to it later on, you'll have that recording, and it will be on the University Interlink webinar page of their website. So let's talk about the industry itself. So what are promotional products? I mean, everybody, I guess, has an idea of what they are: pens, mugs, t-shirts, but it's really anything that could be imprinted with a name, a company name, a logo, a slogan, a message, even things like, family reunions that have t-shirts. It doesn't always have to be a business. It could be a nonprofit that is buying it, but there's the product line that is considered a promotional product is pretty much anything you can imprint on. That's pretty broad. One of the things that we often talk to distributors about too are looking at the promotional products business and adding it to your business as being able to offer solutions to your clients' marketing needs, not necessarily like, oh, they want cheap red mugs, I'm going to go find them cheap red mugs. So a lot of these are really the vehicle with which a lot of organizations are choosing to market their business as opposed to other advertising mediums. So who buys promotional products? We call the people that buy promotional products end buyers. They're basically your customers or business people that are looking to promote their brand or company. Schools, hospitals, healthcare groups, nonprofits, large corporations, small businesses, governments, hotels, restaurants, any place that would have uniforms for sure, right, because all the uniforms are imprinted. So it's pretty much any business out there that you would probably come in contact with.
Right. And, like Jonah mentioned a little earlier, family reunions, weddings, getting into the wedding industry and, those kind of
trade shows, any kind of events.
Yes.
Anything,
very broad.
Yeah, that's really held by a company, whether it's anything we would need promo products for. So leading uses of promotional products, obviously self-promo marketing giveaways. We all have a pen that we got from opening a bank account or, going somewhere. But nowadays, people are giving out nicer and nicer self-promo items. But even small ones that are pretty useful are some of the leading ones that are given out, like USB drives and charging cords and things like that. They're also given out as award and recognition for, sales incentives or safety incentives, any type of customer appreciation type of customers.
Yeah.
So that's some of the uses for it. Employee gifts as well. We have a lot of companies that do anniversary stores or, incentives for a certain sales goal or something like that. And client gifts we already mentioned, as well as events. Who is a good fit for selling promo? Well, industrial launderers are definitely a good fit. We have quite a few with University Interlink that have successfully added selling promotional products because the companies that you are performing, the laundry service for are companies that are buying promo products. So it really does turn out to be a good fit. Uniform distributors as well. Uniforms are actually considered part of the industry, but it expands beyond uniforms because it's pretty much any type of apparel that would be,
Right.
Decorated with either embroidery or screen printing or something like that. Even like hats, it doesn't have to be
I was
just
just about
shirts.
to mention that because think about a uniform. There might be a visor or a hat or a hoodie that goes along with the polo kind of thing. So
Yeah, so it is definitely a nice, easy transition for somebody that is like their core business is a uniform distributor. Decorators are definitely a natural fit. These are people that they might have embroidery equipment. They don't necessarily have to have embroidery equipment. They could have screen printing. They could have a heat press. They could have anything, an etching, something to etch or engrave.
right.
Anybody that has any type of equipment to personalize something, it's a natural fit because they're going to need to buy, more blank goods at wholesale pricing, and their customers probably need more items than just what they have equipment for. Commercial printers are a huge part of the promotional products industry. I think for years commercial printers were considered their own industry, and to, I guess, some extent they still are, but I would say the vast majority of them have, in order to stay profitable and stay relevant, they've added promotional products, and it's taken up probably a bigger portion of their sales than, traditional commercial
Yeah,
print.
it eventually gets that. You're even like a 50-50.
Office supply sales, anybody that's selling office supplies, or I've seen, we even have distributors that are office equipment salespeople, because again, they're selling to people that need promotional products. Event planners, anybody that's putting some kind of event together, whether it be a company event or a personal event, is a good fit as well. And then, of course, it's not even mentioned here, but like we have a lot of people that don't have any of these core businesses that
Right.
just strictly focus on promotional products. And of course, University Unilink and ASI together can really help anybody that wants to sell promo. So definitely a good fit. Why sell it? Well, for one thing, it is a giant industry. We have 24.7 billion up there as the industry sales. It's already gone up.
Yeah.
I think it's 25.
Yes.
0.6 or something like that. So it's gone up year after year, every year actually, consistently since 2008. So it is a huge industry. So it's definitely one that, if you're thinking, should I get involved in, it's a growing one. So that's a good sign. The other thing is, if you're already selling to a client base, if you already have an existing client base, whether it's industrial laundry or uniforms or, just any niche market, those people are very likely buying promo products. So, really becoming a one-stop shop is really what it's all about. And that's how many distributors get into the business.
Yeah, and especially these, vertical markets, you already have their logo and their artwork. It just makes sense. Then your customer kind of already assumes that you could put their logo on anything that they could imagine. So
right. So it usually ends up somebody asking for something that you didn't really know how to get or where to get it, and that's how it starts. So just a review of some terminology in the industry. The end user we already talked about would be the customer, your customer. That's usually either a company or a nonprofit or, maybe a group running an event. They're the person that's going to actually buy the promotional product. The distributor would be yourself. So you would be the person that would be selling the product to the end user. And then there's another group in the industry called the supplier, and of course they are the people that not only make uniforms, but they make the pens and the mugs and the USB drives and the tote bags and every possible thing you can imagine. So there's quite a few of those in the industry, and they also are very frequently the one that imprints on the product and ships the product directly to the end user on your behalf. So I would say the majority of sales are done that way. Sometimes there's another person in the middle called a decorator, and that would be the person that might have an embroidery or a screen printing piece of equipment. So let's talk about some economics on how the industry works. So the average number of times a client buys from our distributors is 3 times a year. And so that obviously varies by customer, but we're giving you the average. And the average order size is about $1,064. The average number of orders per year is about 300. And so this is like, again, across all of our distributors. We have about 20,000 distributors in total with ASI. So that gives you an annual revenue potential per client of about $3,200. And then 82% of the customers stay with the distributor that they started buying from. So that is pretty significant. So that means you've got like, an annual profit potential per client of around $1,100. And so if you were to offer promotional products to existing customers of yours, that could be just an average of what you would get per customer. I would say depends on who your customers are. Like if you're selling to big hotels and chains and restaurants, it could be significantly higher than that.
Yeah, sure.
And it would, because the number of times they would buy and the price of each order could be a lot higher.
Yeah, and think about it. If they're going to 4 different companies for 4 different things, and they can go to just one-stop provider, I mean, think about how easy that is.
Yeah, that is definitely a benefit for your client. But so there's money to be made by adding this. And what's important to note here too is that when you decide you're going to sell promotional products, if you're not already doing it now, you don't need to buy equipment. You don't need to buy inventory. So, you need some software to be able to find the products. You need some know-how, and you've got a lot of that support from University of Lincoln ASI. But that's pretty significant because if you are, say, an industrial launderer and you've made investment in laundry equipment, or you're a decorator and you made investment in, say, screen printing or any kind of printing equipment, you don't need to buy more to sell promotional products. So that's a pretty good return on your investment. Top products and markets. So this is kind of interesting. We've done a study every year to determine, what are the number 1 selling products and what industries are buying the most promotional products. And, consistently over the last couple of years, education has been at the top as well as healthcare. There are other groups that seem to be coming into those, top 5 pretty consistently. Financial, banks, investment companies, all types of manufacturing companies. Construction is now moving up into the top 5. Nonprofits, I mean, they were only in the top 5 in 2017, but they're always probably in the top 6 or 7. And then associations and clubs, schools, sports teams, groups like that are buying uniforms every year or a couple times a year. They also need spirit gear. They need, stuff to have on their school store that fans want to buy.
Or even, the businesses that you work with, and they go on a, recognition trip, and they need T-shirts for each team. Things like that, to ask your customers if they do events like that. Do they do group activities? So it's asking those open-ended questions that are helpful as well.
Okay, so let's go into top products. So if you know anything about the industry, it's not really a surprise that T-shirts are the number 1 top products, because everybody pretty much owns, probably more than 1 T-shirt that has somebody's imprint or logo or message or slogan on it. So that's definitely the number 1 product category, followed by polo shirts and sports shirts, which are really one of the big uniform product categories as well. Nowadays, I mean, you go to a trade show, almost every vendor at a trade show, the people working the booths are all wearing, a polo shirt that matches and that has their brand on it. So that's a big category as well. But bags have always been, I think, in the top 5 as far as category top products for promotional products. One of the things that's interesting about bags too is we have found that bags get the most. You will see the person's logo more times than any other product. more than T-shirts, more than polos, because the bags are
impression.
like, not only are they used for a long time, but they're carried, around.
Right.
So if you have a logo T-shirt and you've got a coat on, people aren't going to see the logo. But if you're carrying the bag,
Sure.
you're going to have your coat on, you're going to see the logo. And that's followed by drinkware. And that there's been lots of developments over the last couple of years in that category, including things like, the straws.
Yes.
The stainless steel straws, the reusable straws for environmental awareness. Headwear, hats and caps, no surprise, definitely a strong performer in that category. Pens, we already talked about, office accessories, all other apparel, so like sports uniforms, jackets, hoodies, lounge pants. There is everything, though. Socks has been another thing that really came into the market in the last couple of years. People putting their logos, having it knit right into the sock. It would seem to be the latest trend. And then books and stationery like notepads and journals. Tech accessories, while it's 3.5%, it's 3.5% of billions of dollars. That seems to be a really popular promotional product because everybody needs a portable charger or a cord, or they now even have mouse pads that charge your phone as well. So you can sit your phone on the mouse pad, and it is a mouse pad that has a logo on it, and it charges your phone. So if you get
wireless.
Like things like that, people always want. They want. They're exciting. They're fun to get, and then they use them over and over again. So they usually make a good promo product.
Yeah, that's something good to mention too. Is a lot of the top products and promotional products in general, they're kind of becoming multifunctional, which is really cool. Like the mouse pad that's also a charger, and then you have the water bottle that's also a speaker.
I've seen water bottles that have a cooling towel connected underneath and holds your cell phone. I've seen water bottles that are actually phone chargers too, which is so shocking to me. But I guess like if you're at the gym, right?
On the beach.
You need those things all the time. And then of course calendars, which is probably more of a popular item in the traditional print industry, but it's definitely a part of the promotional products industry. So those are the top products in the industry. How does ASI help you? How do we help you? So first of all, we have a partnership with University Unilink. And, aside from that, we are the largest marketing and media company that serves the advertising specialty industry. We've been in business for over 50 years. I think it's almost 60. It's close to it. We have about 3,200 suppliers that are part of our network. So when you are a part of University Unilink and ASI together, you have access to 3,200 suppliers. We have about 2,200 distributors in our network as well. We publish award-winning magazines. We have catalogs that help you promote the fact that you can sell promotional products. We put on trade shows that University Unilink members can attend for free, at which we put on education sessions, as well as we do education sessions like this exclusively for University Unilink members, and we also do live education sessions for them at their events as well. So University Unilink members get additional education from ASI, I guess beyond our regular ASI customers. And then, of course, we offer, the number one business software in the promotional products industry, ESP, that helps University Unilink members find products. And we're going to show you that in just a minute so you can get a feel of how that's used to help you sell promotional products. Every distributor that is connected to both University Unilink and ASI gets a unique ASI number assigned to your business, and that identifies your company as a qualified buyer of promotional products. So not only will it entitle you to wholesale pricing from ASI suppliers, you get the added benefit of getting group discounts by being a part of Universal Unilink. So Universal Unilink members actually get a much deeper discount than wholesale pricing, the average distributor in the industry. So, and when we go into the business software tool, you'll be able to see that. So it's pretty impressive. So let's talk a little bit about the software before we show it to you. ESP, as I mentioned, is the main tool or the main platform that distributors in the industry use. It basically allows you to source products from all those suppliers on behalf of your customers. You can then create presentations that you can share with your customers. Probably one of the most powerful things is you can instantly locate, everybody that sells something. Say you want one of those mouse pads that, charges your phone too.
Right.
You'll find out how many suppliers have them. You'll also be able to compare prices. And in our tool, if you're a Universal Unilink member, you'll actually be able to see Universal Unilink discounted pricing and your deals, which is really excellent to have that all at your fingertips when you're looking for options for your customers. And then you can create virtual samples within that tool to put your client's logo right onto the promotional products. We have a full service platform, if you will. It not only lets you source the products, but you can keep track of your presentations, you can keep track of your clients, you can keep track of the virtual samples and the logos that you've done for them, and you can also place orders on our platform in real time, and it can integrate with accounting software seamlessly like QuickBooks. So really one great software tool that kind of lets you do everything you need to do to sell promotional products. In addition to that, we have websites, and they are all heavily discounted for Universal Unilink members, and they're branded with your name and your logo, and we have lots of designs. We can give you some examples of those as well. But this is a way to have promotional products on your website and not have to, sit there and upload products, pictures and descriptions and pricing. If you have an existing website for your core business, you can easily add one of these, and we can certainly even make it look like it's part of your website if you don't want to have a different look or make it look like it's a catalog, linked in. We can actually make it look like it's part of your website. ASI catalogs. You want to talk a little bit about that, Jillian?
Okay, sure. So ASI actually manufactures and creates end user catalogs as well. So the catalogs typically have, around 100 pages, a broad spectrum of different promotional products. But this is kind of where it all starts in some cases, right? A customer comes into your business, or you have a meeting with a customer. You might hand them a catalog and have them look through different options, look through options together. And, that's a good idea generator to kind of get the conversation started, kind of give them a scope of options to look at. Catalogs can either have no pricing at all, or, they have retail pricing, of course, and user-friendly pricing for customers to look at, typically at the suggested retail. Today, because you are registered for the webinar, you're actually going to get 25 free Spectrum catalogs. That's shown in my favorite catalog. It gives you a really nice spectrum of a lot of different promotional products. You would get an additional 50 if you sign up for membership after the webinar today. Yeah, so this is the one thing I would add to the catalog discussion is if you are not already selling promotional products, but you have a client base, this is a great tool to just start generating requests for promotional products by giving them out to your existing clients. And I think almost all of the discounted packages that we have for Universal Unilink members include catalogs, which is not the case for a regular distributor. Universal Unilink distributors really pretty much all get catalogs, so that you can help market your business that way.
There's some additional benefits from being part of University of Link and ASI. I think I mentioned earlier that we have our own trade shows. We have 3 large trade shows in Orlando, Fort Worth, and Chicago. We also have traveling road shows that go from town to town. All University of Link members are entitled to attend ASI shows for free, and typically, can take part in almost all the activities either for free or at a discount above other attendees. We also have education at those shows, live webinars, or I shouldn't say webinars, seminars at the show, but we also have webinars that we do like this, as well as those that are recorded and online, and they are something that all University of Link members can take advantage of for free. We have additional savings that you can kind of add to your University Unilink benefits with different vendors that we think are helpful in the industry, whether it be for shipping or rental cars or things like that. So when you can kind of combine the savings that you get from being a University Unilink member and an ASI member, can really add up on the expense side within your business. So we'll talk a little bit about how University Link will help you, and then we're also going to show you some of the tools in the industry so that you can get a good feel of how they're used. So really, one of the biggest benefits of being part of the University Link network is you're going to get discount pricing from top promotional product suppliers. So, and these are some of those suppliers: Big Graphic, Prime Line, the Magnet Group, Gem Line, Sanford, Handstands, High Caliber Line, Alini, Wow Line, Spectre and Company, and there's many more. If you've sold promotional products, you've heard of these companies. Even if you've dabbled in it, you've definitely heard of these companies. What makes it special for being a University Unilink member is that all ASI members are entitled to wholesale pricing from these suppliers and more. But University Unilink members enjoy deeper discounts. University Unilink goes to these suppliers on your behalf and takes the collective bargaining power of the entire University Unilink group and negotiates even better deals for you. So, you're really getting significant discounted pricing from these suppliers. And that really does put you at a competitive advantage, especially if you're entering into the promotional products industry. If you're not already there, you are definitely getting a super, head start by being part of the University Unilink group and ASI. So that's probably one of the biggest benefits. We also work specifically with University Unilink to customize our software for University Unilink members. All of those suppliers that University Unilink gets additional discounts with are programmed into ESP. So when you are looking for a product for a customer, you are going to see the University Unilink suppliers first. You're also going to be able to very easily and quickly see the deeper discounts that you're getting from them because you're part of University Unilink. You can actually see how much more you're saving by being part of that group. And it's very quick and it's convenient and it's at your fingertips. And then you have access to promotional product expertise when you're part of a University Unilink group. They have a member services team that will help you find products and help you, make sure you're taking advantage of all the benefits that University Unilink offers, and really just helping to make you a more profitable business, as well as ASI. So before I go into that, I'm going to just quickly switch over to bring up ESP, because we've been talking all about ESP and how great it is, and I think it's probably a good idea to actually show it to you. Do you have anything you want to add to what I just covered, Jillian? What do you think I missed?
No, I think, just maybe talking about we talked about the education portion, but there's also a lot of classes that a lot of University Unilink members love, because you can sit at home in your pajamas at the computer and take these really great classes virtually online to earn your certification in the promotional products industry as well. that is something that you can have in your back pocket to, tell your customers that you are certified as a promotional product, sales professional.
Right. And I probably should mention this. I should have mentioned it in the beginning, but I'll mention it now. So today's webinar is on why sell promotional products, but we do have 2 other webinars that are in this series that we're doing for University Unilink. And don't worry if you can't attend. If you do sign up, you'll have access to the recording. And again, the recording of all of these webinars will be on the University Unilink site. If you attend today's webinar, you'll get 25 free catalogs. If you attend or watch our next webinar, which is next week, which talks a little bit more in detail about using ESP, how to find the products and to order. We'll go a little bit more into ordering and how that integrates with QuickBooks. If you are not an ASI customer, you'll get a 30-day free trial. Or if you are an existing customer, we can give you an extra license for attending that webinar. And then on February 26th, we'll be having another webinar on how to use ESP to market and present your ideas. And if you join that webinar or you watch that webinar, you'll get an additional 250 free email marketing sends. So there's an email marketing tool within ESP, and we're going to show you that in this webinar and go into detail, and you're going to get some free email marketing with it. So just kind of a little plug for that. And again, if you cannot attend on these days, please still sign up and register on the University Unilink website or from an email that you get in your email from either us at ASI or for University Unilink, and you will still get those benefits. So let's go into ESP. So first of all, ESP is web-based. So the nice thing about this tool is you've got everything you need at your fingertips wherever you're at.
Right.
And it also works like the rest of the internet, the rest of Google and eBay. You type in what you're looking for, it will try and predict what that is based on the top searches. And you can basically search through over 1 million products to find all of the suppliers that sell whatever that is that you're searching for. And you'll notice it has the University logo in here. We're going to be doing some additional customizations in this tool for University Unilink members, but some of the best and most important customizations for University Unilink members are regarding their preferred vendors. So you get the tote bag results. And if you've never done a tote bag search in ESP, or you've never looked for tote bags, you might be shocked to see there's like 44,000 tote bags.
Right.
It's pretty important if you're going to sell promotional products to narrow those results down very quickly to the options that are really true options for your customers. So ESP lets you do that quickly and easily. So you can narrow it down by category or by subcategory. You can narrow it down by retail price range. You could narrow it down by a specific supplier. If you wanted to go right to the University Unilink preferred suppliers, they are all ranked here, and you could check those off and you can see them. But you'll also notice that they are highlighted by this blue little flag here. So every single product that is from a University Unilink supplier, so that's a supplier that you're getting additional wholesale pricing discounts from because you're a University Unilink member, is highlighted in your license of ESP. So that is not something that is in a regular ESP license. It is only in the University Unilink licenses where they can see that. And so they're highlighted, they come up to the top of the search, following our sponsored places, but you can also go right to them using this filtering tool. If you knew what your customer wanted as far as what color they want, or what fabric, or what size, or what imprint method, you can keep clicking through these filters and narrow those results down. If you need it in a certain period of time, you can actually go right to the tote bags that you can get in 3 days or less. Mm-hmm. Or if you are searching for, say, stainless steel travel mugs or lead crystal awards, something that's going to be really heavy to ship. You might want to know where that product's coming from so that you can save on shipping. So being able to filter by your state, see if there's anybody in your state that has an option, or your region of the country could save a lot of money on the shipping bill.
Right.
One of the things that is probably important to note is the pricing. So I'm going to pull that up before I go into some of the other features, because I can't impress upon you guys how important and how, I guess, what an advantage this is compared to the average distributor in the industry.
A competitive advantage.
Yeah. So, for example, I'm now pulling up this tote bag. It is highlighted as a Universal Unilink supplier. So this supplier is part of the Universal Unilink network. It's Primeline. And Universal Unilink takes the time to manage the pricing in here so that you can see exactly what your deal is. And so this deal that's highlighted in this little box that says EQP minus 5% applied to net cost, that is an exclusive deal to Universal Unilink members. It is not available to all ASI members. And it's a really good discount. It's always spelled out in here. Universal has taken the time to make sure and have this all customized for you. And then when you scroll down to the price chart, it makes it even easier. So you'll see the catalog price here, which is the suggested retail price that the supplier is recommending you charge for this product. Then you're going to see the net cost. So this is the price that all other ASI distributors are paying for these products. So that's the average wholesale price for an ASI distributor. When you see the preferred price, that is the price, the wholesale price that Universal Unilink members pay. So as you can see, it's that, EQP, which is end quantity pricing. That's what that stands for, minus 5%. So it is a pretty darn good discount. Universal negotiates these deals. It's different for every supplier, but I can promise you that if they're a Universal Unilink supplier, you're going to be getting a better price than the average ASI distributor wholesale price. And then, of course, the profitability for each price quantity column there is figured out for you as well. So this is something that you would see in ESP. Not only will you find the product and you'll see everything you need to see about it, you can even estimate shipping on it depending on where it's going, but you'll see all the other charges, the setup charges, what colors it comes in, how it can be imprinted. If we have the images from the supplier as far as, the different colors that are available, they will be in here so that if you want to show it to a customer, that's available. I want to go back out to the search results because I want to point out one other filter here that I'm going to just take a couple seconds to highlight. We have some features in here in ESP that are new, and we feel like they are really significantly time-saving features, I would say, for people who are selling promotional products. So one is that we have live product feed, and another one is that we have live inventory. So if we have a product that has live inventory, for example, I'm going to open this product up because I know this one has live inventory. That means that we have a connection to this supplier, which is Primeline, into their inventory system. So when you are looking at this tote bag and contemplating whether or not you want to show it to your customer or if it's the right product for your customer, you can click on that check inventory button, and you're going to see the actual inventory levels for that product in real time, because ESP, in this case, is connected to that supplier's inventory system. This is a huge time-saving thing because it's all great and well when you find the right product from a really good supplier that has been vetted for you by Universal Unilink and you know you're getting deeper discounts with, but now you know whether it's in stock or not as well. So all these little things add up to making it easy to sell promotional products and happy customers.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the average, next steps for, not having this at your fingertips would be going to the supplier website, maybe calling the supplier, waiting for an email in return. So again, just streamlining the entire process of finding your product, that perfect red tote bag, and then seeing if the product's in stock, even before presenting it to your customer.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as accurate as we can get you. It's because it's coming right from the supplier's system. There's another filter we have on here, and it's called live product feed. So the live product feed, as you can imagine, we've got 1 million plus products in here from 3,200 suppliers. Getting the right pricing and getting the right product details in here is a pretty big task. We have been doing it for years and years and years, so we're pretty good at it. But we also have lots of different ways for the supplier to give us that information. They all can get in here and access it themselves, for one thing. But if you see that the supplier has these 2 orange arrows, and you can filter by that live product feed, that means that that supplier's system is connected to ESP, which means all of the information that you're seeing, including the pricing, is coming directly from the supplier's system in real time. So they have a real-time, what we call an API data feed. So that's really basically a measure of how accurate is this pricing. Yeah. When you see the Universal Unilink pricing, if it's programmed in here, if it can be programmed in here, that is put in by Universal Unilink supplier team. So that's coming from them, but the actual suggested retail and the wholesale price is coming from the supplier. So that's just, a nice little assurance that you're looking at the most accurate information that you could possibly look at. Anything else that I should cover on this search page that you can think of, Jillian?
Kind of going back to the first steps of doing a search, because, of course, your customer tells you, I need a red tote bag and it needs to have a white handle, but I'm looking for 100 of them. So there is a filter in the original search that you can apply, but also as when you get your results is the quantity filter. And this is pretty important because, you have suppliers that have quantities as low as 1, but then you have suppliers that have quantities as low as 150 or 200. And if your customer's looking for 100, you don't want to waste your time looking at suppliers that can't get you the quantity you're looking for. So just another layer of efficiency that's going to, get you the results and, the different options to look at.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point, because when there's 25,000 tote bags that show up when you first do a tote bag search and your customer really only wants 50, you want to narrow that down pretty fast. And I just actually did that. I typed in minimum quantity of 50, and, we cut that into a third. So it's something that's pretty helpful to be able to do right away. And again, you've got those Universal Unilink members programmed in there. All right, so one other thing that I wanted to show you on this webinar is, so now you find a couple bags that you want to show a customer. What's the best way to do it? So there's actually a presentation tool in here, and probably, a best practice for distributors in the industry is to find some options that you want to show the customer. You can save it to a clipboard, and you notice every single product that I pull up has a little save button, and I can save things to the clipboard. If I scroll up to the top of my ESP search, you'll see that I have a little virtual clipboard here, and it has 3 items on it. So I'm actually now just showing, those 3 products on the clipboard. I can open up the clipboard at any point in time. And this is where I would go to probably create a presentation for the customer. So you can see the soccer ball is probably something I put on there last week or, last month. or whenever the last time I was in this license. So you can actually hold a couple hundred products for several months on the clipboard. It's a great place to store things when you're kind of trying to get ideas. There is also a free mobile app with ESP Web. So if you have your cell phone with you and you're out on the road, or maybe you're even at the dentist office in the middle of the day, and somebody asks you for a promo product, you can actually look on your phone, find them, and clip things to the clipboard, and then they'll be there when you get back into the office. But the point is, you can put things here, come back to them later, and pick and choose which items you would like to put into what we call presentation for the customer. So I'll call it ideas, and then there's an area that you can actually pull up your customers, and you can add new customers. If you've already added the customer in here, or you can upload them all at once, actually. Lots of different ways we can help you do that if you have them in multiple different formats. But if you want to create a new company, you can. I have my favorite pretend client here, the Vault Microbrewery in my town, and so I'm going to pretend like I'm, pulling these tote bags out to show to the Vault to do for a special promotion. So what that basically would do is pull those products out, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like without doing anything to it. So it immediately puts it into an end-user friendly format. You will not see a supplier's name on here. You will not see a supplier's phone number. You will not even see the real product number, so that this product cannot be Googled to price shop by your customer. This is a CPN number, which stands for coded product number. So you're actually going to hand this to your customer, and they're going to have a unique number that only you can identify what product that belongs to. And you can pick and choose what details you want to show them, but most importantly, you'll notice it doesn't show any wholesale pricing. It's just showing the suggested retail that we saw in ESP. The nice thing is we can edit anything we want. We can choose to, show different data points. We can hide them. We could, customize them for, however we want to. If we only want to show it in red or something like that, we can change the image. If it's, if we've got the images there, we can actually change what it looks like. We can even do a virtual sample. So if we had the customer's logo, we could add it to, any virtually sample-enabled product in the database very quickly and easily without going and calling on the graphic designer that you may or may not have on staff. I mean, may not even have one, so you don't really need one to do this. You can just go find a client logo, and I'll pull one out of this library of logos. And unfortunately, it's not the Vault one, but we'll pretend like it's the Vault. But you can see that it's giving me a little box, so it's actually showing me where the imprint area is for that particular product. So I can make the client's logo larger or smaller. I can even just very easily and quickly change the colors of that logo so that it looks really good on this product or for this event. If I even knew the exact color combination, I could apply that in there. And then this way, I'm going to have a really nice professional example of what a decorated bag would look like for my customer. So when I show it to them and I give them the prices, they're going to actually see it with their logo. This tool also lets you add additional text, maybe if it's like, the first annual company picnic, or this is, the spring, or what do we, they actually have like a beer testing festival, festival that they have around in spring. It's actually in the spring. But you can add anything. I'm just adding, the year or something, but you'll see I can change the fonts, I can change the colors of the text, I can move it, I can rotate it, I can flip it, all those things. And then I can even add, additional clip art. There's a whole bunch of things you could put in here if you wanted to add to the design. That probably doesn't look too good, but you could see it might be something for a specific event, or you can just say, I don't like it. So, and I just did that really quickly to show you how easy it is to basically do this. And then I can save the design. So That is all a part of the ESP platform, and it can be incorporated into the presentation tool. You can also upload your own background and designs. You have lots of choices as far as showing cover pages or showing your contact information on a page. And of course, it wouldn't say University Unilink, it would say your company name.
Right.
Everything that we have could be branded, so when you show it to your customer, it has your name.
Correct.
And your logo on it. It doesn't have to say ASI, and it doesn't have to say University Unilink unless you wanted to. You can upload your own backgrounds. And I actually had previously uploaded this flight background because I like doing presentations for the microbrewery, and so then I could kind of change the whole layout from what we just saw to now having this nice, microbrewery friendly presentation. But it doesn't even have to be that. It could be one that has your background.
Right.
Like if your main business is uniforms and you kind of want the background to be your uniform shop,
right?
Or your team or anything like that, or samples of your work, you can actually create your own backgrounds, and you can control how many products you have on a page. I like the larger images, so I can change that. But I just wanted to do a quick demonstration of that to show you how quick and easy it is to customize a presentation. Now, what's even better about this is you can send this to your customer. They do have the ability, via email, they do have the ability to comment on the presentation in real time.
Oh, this is an awesome
So, lots of your customers are probably pretty busy during the day. If they're running a business themselves, they're busy handling, issues with the business in the day. Sometimes they're making these promotional decisions later at night or at the end of the day. If they're looking at it at 7 o'clock at night and they decide they want this bag or want to see, can you get me 1,000 of these, by next Saturday, they can actually comment in here in real time, and that comment gets sent to you via email as well as notification within the application. So just wanted to point that out because what's really nice is it's basically a live interactive
and a nice call to action too, because you see your customer commented, asked you a question through the comments, but I don't know if Joe mentioned this yet, but when your customer actually clicks the live link, you'll also be notified when the customer views the presentation as well. So that's a nice call to action to just follow up and see what you think.
I did not do that. So that's a really good thing to mention. So 2 notifications happen. You'll get notified when they open it, and if they comment on it, you'll get notified. So we can send it a couple different ways, and this is probably like the last thing I'm going to show you today. And we have additional things we can show you on these follow-up webinars. But if I wanted to send it as a PDF like you see here, I could come in here and all I would do is hit share, and I could copy this HTML link and then I could paste it into an email. Another thing I could do is I could publish it to a website. And if I say that I want to send it to the customer, it automatically will open up my email, fill out an email. I can change the salutation, and I can, I'll send it to Jillian, but we'll pretend it's Susan at the microbrewery. And if I wanted to change anything else here, I could, and then I could send it off to the customer. When the customer gets that and they click that link, if I send it this way, they will actually be viewing the products on a website. So we can give you a promotional products website that comes pre-stocked with promotional products.
Right.
You don't have to worry about uploading them. And if you so chose, you could actually show every single custom product, to the customer on your website. So that's an idea. And if they download it, when they download it from here, they will actually see it as with this design, with this nice microbrewery design. Everything in that presentation can be customized. So the first thing you probably want to changes maybe the price. So you could come in here and you could say, I want to take 5% off, the wholesale price or the retail price rather, and you can see it'll automatically change that. I can reset it if I want, and if I say, oh wait, no, I want to take 6% off, and I can also round things up and apply that and save it. And you'll notice, so this bag, I took 6% off the suggested retail. Now that you're going to offer it to your customer is $2.42. If I refresh this, you'll see that it's instantly updated to the new price. So this makes it really, really easy to adjust pricing, especially you're getting discounts from being Universal Unilink.
Right.
So I would think, you've got a lot more room to lower the retail price to get a sale and still make a really good profit as we go along. Anything you think we should reiterate here that we haven't or add to this, Jillian?
Probably the main reason I would say to publish a presentation to your promotional product website. It's probably one of the most, like Jonah mentioned, the most interactive way to interact with your customers, but you're also trafficking them to your website. So,
right.
You are going, directing them there. They're looking at the options that you have picked out for them as their expert, but then they can search through the other options. So that breast cancer awareness event that they didn't mention to you yet, they can proactively look at options.
Yes. So the other thing I probably should have I know I mentioned it earlier, but I definitely want you to see, this is an example, that website that we were showing with this image of the gal up there with the headphones, that's just an example of what one of the websites can look like. These are all different examples of what our ESP websites can look like, and we can and have done custom, banners and things like that to make it match your existing website. So if you have a really great website that you're happy with and that you just want to add promo products to, we probably have a standard template that will blend in with it and will certainly match your colors to your logo and that kind of thing. And you can customize these banners if you pick one that has rotating banners, or even if you have one that has stationary banners. But I'm just pointing that out because these are some pretty robust websites, and they can be e-commerce enabled. They certainly can look however you want. And if you want to, and we have a lot of Universal Unilink people that do this, they have only Universal Unilink suppliers showing up on the website, so that if your customer goes to the website and is shopping on here, they can have it. You can have it set up so that they will only see, products from suppliers that you're getting really deep discounts with.
Yes, they have a lot of really great control over that, and not only do you have these different template options, but in the website that Joan was just at, with the view of the different options, you have a banner library. So we actually have a library of different banners if you ever wanted to swap it out for another look, or if you have banners, like Jonah mentioned, give that to our support team, our website coordination team, and they can easily swap that out for you.
Yeah, and there's some that even focus on vertical markets, like restaurants, or if you wanted something that better represented uniforms or commercial launderers, or whatever your niche market is or your core business is. So we've got all these options to choose from, but you can also give us your own banner that you want on there. So I'm going to switch over really quickly to this one flyer again, so that you have the date. So the next 2 Wednesdays, we're going to be doing 2 other webinars. We're going to go into more depth in using ESP, how to find products, and really more like how can you place an order on ESP, and how can it work seamlessly with QuickBooks. And then there's also an email marketing tool built into it that we'll go into on the last webinar. And again, we are going to record all of these. So I am going to actually just flip over to the slides really quick and thank everyone for your time today. Jillian, again, is your day-to-day account manager. If you have an interest in signing up or you have an interest in learning more about any of our University of Link exclusive packages, please give her a call or email her and let us know on the survey if you want catalogs, and we'll actually check all the attendees and we'll make sure you get catalogs. Thanks for your time and have a great day.